traffic will depart to runway party arrival.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard. We're going to do a quick flight with the Thursday night flight club. Cincinnati up to Boston. Should be pretty good. Got VATSIM. Got a lot of people on Cincinnati here. So we've gone through a lot of it. Got some folks on the Discord. We are getting ready to go. Well, I'm going to check in over there, and we're about ready to roll.
Dragster 585 runway.
Tony, you on yet? Josh, you hear from Tony yet?
Aircraft departure 8 of Echo is now for net Cincinnati. Cincinnati altimeter is 3011, wind 300.
Copy.
Tower, it's Dragster 585. I'm having some control problems here. I'm off the runway again. I'll just hold short until I get it squared away.
Dragster 585, roger. Cancel takeoff clearance. Just let me know when you're ready to go.
We'll go. Take up.
Frank, how we doing, brother? What made you change your name?
Dragster 585. Looks like I got everything squared away, ready for departure on 368.
All right.
You can continue holding short runway 368 traffic.
And Josh, you're still ready for push?
Holding short 36 right, Dragster 585.
I forget. Mine's just kind of an automatic on my OBS. So parking brake is set and chocks have been removed. Takeoff briefing's done. Packs left and right coming off. We'll leave them on. Ah. Frank, did... Ah. All right, you guys. You're the badass. Window cleaning and all the driving. How's the window cleaning treating you, pal? You doing all right? All right, we are going to leave out of Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. We are right here, spot 13. We're expected to go to spot 2 and or 10, 10. So we'll just push straight back, left turn, go to spot 10, and then we'll exit the ramp. We'll contact there. So, all right. Let's see how everybody else is doing.
Dragster 585, runway 36 right, line up and wait, wind 3007.
Line up and wait, 36 right, Dragster 585.
All right, let's see.
Cincy Tower, American 202, we're ready for push and start.
American 202, the ramp is uncontrolled, advise rate tested.
Copy, we'll call.
Bill 75 is going to be continuing backwards.
5, welcome to Cincinnati. You can keep it rolling on Tango and make the left end of the ramp. Have a good day.
Continue on Tango, then the
Is it kind of cold up there doing windows there, Frank? All right, we are ready for engine start, push and start. So we're going to hold off on here. Waiting for somebody else to join, see if Tony gets on. And Josh, just got a check in from Tony. He's got to download the update. It should be pretty quick, but then he'll be getting started here in a minute.
585, RNAV to Hags, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to Hags, clear takeoff 36 right.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, it's up to you if you want to bounce, or probably be about 15, 20 minutes before he's ready to roll. I'll see if I can't get him to join Discord real quick. I just sent him a text to jump on Discord. Josh, you there? I just sent him a text to drop on Discord real fast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're waiting for another pilot to join us. They're just getting their sim fired up. Same thing I always go through, having the update pop up right at the most inconvenient time. So it is Bravo737, Bravo26, and we'll be underway here shortly. He should be able to drop in and be ready to roll.
Over to Indianapolis, 119.55. Thanks for your patience, Dragster 585.
Hey, no problem. Have a great night.
Alright, while we're doing that, we will continue to poke around the old flight deck here. Make sure your things are set up. Where'd he go? Tony. Where's he at? Alright, we'll get things started. Going through everything I have in the flight deck here. Sim brief panel, this one's a pretty easy download. This is definitely one of those things you want to have. Has everything broken down for you. Your payload, your weather. Tony, what's going on? It's better than being pissed on.
Tower, Delta 1227, ready, taxi 260.
Delta 1227, squawk mode, Charlie, please.
Are you running it in
Squawk mode Charlie for
administrator or standard? Okay. If you have any issues, try running it. Just right click on it, run as administrator and see if that does anything for you. It won't. You won't be able to like make any
Tower,
store
Delta 1290,
purchases,
10 mile
but it
final,
might help
36
you
center,
get the
Ally.
sim running.
Okay, Delta 1290.
Now
Good evening.
see what it does now.
36 left.
36 center.
36 center, my apologies. Delta 1290, the wind is 300 at 7 runway 36 center, clear to land.
36 center, clear to land, Delta 1290.
Yeah. Josh has already pushed. I don't know if he's taxiing for the runway.
41 heavy north, DHL spot 54, taxi with Echo.
Sub 341 heavy, thank you for Echo.
Copy.
Runway 36 right, taxi via Sierra.
36 right by Sierra, Pelican 341 heavy.
Yeah. Of course.
Tower, Delta 1227, we're just blocking the trolley now. They taxi 36 right.
Delta 1227, thank you very much. Runway 36 right, taxi via Tango.
36 right by Tango for Delta 1227.
Tony, how's your day? Ah, it's all good. You're going to be flying shortly. Oh, mine wasn't too bad. Woke up, went to the dentist.
Sub 341 heavy, wind 300 at 7, RNAV tags, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
Tax 36 right, clear for takeoff, Pelican 341 heavy.
Ooh, riffled. I like that. Sweet. Did it come up on your phone? Sweet. We've got deepfake Tony on, Josh. I got a Delta just pulled in next to me, so. Tony.
Delta 1290, welcome to Cincinnati. You can make the,
What? No way.
sorry, you can make the left onto Delta and make a right into the ramp. Have a good night.
Alright, left Delta right into the ramp, Delta 1290, have a great night.
And I've got a good solid IFR into Boston right now. Got a good solid IFI. Gonna park it down in Boston. It's wicked smart, that car. There goes somebody topping off going top speed over there on the runway, getting ready to go. My off block time is 30 after the hour. I'm gonna go get a Dunkin'. You want one? Light. I'm gonna get one light. Light and sweet.
Have a great night.
1955, Falcon 34180.
School is school. Welcome. School is school. How's it going, pal? Appreciate you being here. It was pretty good. How you coming along, Tony? We were, Tony, you ready to roll? In my chat, no, we were just chatting about old, we're going into Boston. We had to go into a Boston accent, so. School is cool. I appreciate you being here. Frank, I appreciate you being here. Glad to see you're doing good. If you have any questions, hit me up. How's it going, Tony? Copy. All right, for those of you in the stream, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you hanging out. We're getting things set up. We're getting ready to go. Currently 3012 in Cincinnati. And I'll check again on ATIS.
CVG ramp tower closed. Contact ground at air carrier thoughts 2310. DHL thoughts 525455. Amazon thoughts 75. Advise on initial contact. You have information echo. Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport.
Frank, I can do a flight for you. Hold on, just give me a sec.
0152 Zulu. 1300 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 3. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3011. Departing runway 27. Runway 3.
And apologies,
right.
3011 now for the altimeter. Frank, what kind of flight you want me to do?
Notices to air mission. Segment CWA in effect. Contact flight service station for information. Bird activity vicinity airport. CVG ramp tower closed. Contact ground at air carrier thoughts 2310. DHL thoughts 525455. Amazon thoughts 75. Advise on initial contact. You have information echo.
Tony, you rolling?
27 contact Indianapolis Center now 119.55. Have a great
No. We'll give you 25 after the hour. Frank, JFK to what? Toronto or Ottawa, or which one are you looking at? JFK to Canada is pretty quick. We could go all the way across Vancouver or Calgary. Josh, did you get that? We'll give him till 25 after the hour, then Then we can get rolling if you want. Passenger bill of rights stuff. Get them some water in the restroom. Frank, we can get it JFK to Toronto set up. Would we be able to do it tomorrow? Maybe I'll try and get an early one since that's a decent little early flight. Why is that? Oh. Now, do you stream on YouTube and Twitch? So there's a free utility or add-on that you can add, and so you set it up to stream on YouTube, and it'll also stream to Twitch at the same time at Twitch settings. We can do 5 p.m. tomorrow. I only have like 61 subscribers. I can still do live stream. I've met all the little things, so I'm just not monetized.
Taxi to ramp at discretion, Northwest 2626. Thanks a lot. See ya.
Yep, slowly but surely we'll be getting there. We can do this.
Glide slope. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
Alright, looks like our ground proximity system test worked and we are good to go. So everything checks out. We're ready to roll. Copy. You know all the airports between here and there, so you can pop up at any of them. Show you right. All right, well, I'm going to call for push. You ready to go, Josh? All right. And do we contact tower for push? Because I got my little A card that says contact clearance delivery. Copy. So push and start my discretion, and then taxi over spot 10. Cool. And here we go. We are going to go ahead and start our pushback stream. I appreciate your patience. We are going to go ahead. Copy. Give me just a moment. And here we go. We're going to go ahead and start our push.
Go ahead. We've been cleared for pushback and start tail straight out. Roger that. Ready for push straight back. Release the brakes, please. Brakes released.
Dang it.
Brakes released. Here we go.
Good, good light off. Looks like we are good to go. Engine number 2. All right.
Pushback complete. Partner brake set. Brake set. Steering pin is pulled. Watch for the salute and release from guidance on your right. Have a good flight.
So we can. Let's go ahead and listen.
Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport departure information Echo 0152 Zulu. Wind 300 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 3. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3011. Departing runway 27.
Okay,
Runway
we're still good on
36
runway
right.
27. All right,
All
get these
aircraft
over
shall
to
remain
continuous.
runway hold short instruction. Notices
Air
for
engine
emission.
generators are on. We can turn the
TWA
APU
in
off.
effect.
You're
Contact live
good.
service station for
Bang,
information.
bang, set,
Bird
and
activity
heat.
within the airport.
All right, all the way through.
EVGA
Yaw dampers,
ramp
fuel's
tower closed.
good.
Contact
Power
ground
set,
air
set,
carrier
set.
pod 2.
Go ahead and generator
3,
1.
10.
Those are good.
DHL
Set,
pod
set.
52.
Seatbelts coming on.
54. 55.
Rolling through.
Amazon
Set.
pod 75.
Set. And
Advise on
370.
initial contact.
Set
You
for
have
6,000
information
initial
echo.
climb, and we are ready to roll. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back over to tower, let them know once we're ready to roll. And, all right, Josh, I'm rolling over to spot number 10. J drum fire, give me just a moment.
Cincy Tower, American 202, we're ready for taxi, 368.
American 202, runway 36 right, taxi by a Tango.
Via Tango, 268.
Josh, do you, let's see. What do you normally play? I don't see anything live right now. J drum fire 01. Stand by. Josh? Josh, there's a bunch of J drum fires.
Ready to push in about 2 minutes. Delta 18, A1 Roger, push back on the ramp is at your discretion, and you can call me when you're ready for taxi, expect 36.
And we are going on the roll.
Roger, 365 for departure, and actually can we request 2-step for departure, 1880
Alright, so we're good to go there.
Yeah, requesting 2-step for departure, it's a shorter taxi.
You can expect runway 27 for departure.
Thank you, 2-step for departure, it's 1881.
Tower, Bourbon 44, ILS 368 will be parking at wheels up.
Bourbon 44, Cincinnati Tower, very good evening. The wind.
He might be at work, he might be watching, jumping in every once in a while.
Clear to land, 368, Bourbon 44.
Great. Tower Shadow 69 coming up on spot 10 for departure.
And Shadow 69, Cincinnati Tower Bridge, good evening, runway 36 right, taxi by Juliet Tango.
And 34 right via, say that again? And could you give me the taxi instructions for 34 right again?
No worries, it's going to be runway 36 right, taxi by Juliet Tango.
Juliet Tango, runway 36 right, Shadow 69. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Copy. And I'm actually going to stop my stream because it seems to be giving me some performance issues. So hold on. All right, we're back at it. A little better. I was getting some serious stutters there.
And Bourbon 44, you can keep it rolling all the way up to Mike.
All the way up to Mike, Bourbon 44.
Microsoft Flight Sim because I was running simultaneous streams. Twitch and YouTube. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I think I've got to figure out a way to turn one of my old PCs into a dedicated streaming machine. Make it happen.
Bourbon 44, welcome to Cincinnati. You can back to your discretion to parking. Have a good night.
My discretion to parking. Good night, Bourbon 44.
American 202, the wind 300 at 7 RNAV tags, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV tag. Clear for takeoff, 36 right, American 202.
Get some speed going down here. Such a team player. Alright folks, we're ready to go. We are taxiing. We're going to continue going through here. Flight controls free and correct recall. I was streaming on Twitch, so that's why there was some glitchiness. So taxi lights, turn off lights as required. TCAS is set. We can run that test now, maybe. And with that, we can go ahead and switch to the next checklist. Taxi, maxi speed, we are good. Everything seems to be going all right. Parking brake, don't have to worry about that till we get down there. Auto throttle has been armed. Center fuel pumps are good. Anti-ice set. Cabin lights good. Flight instruments are set. Engine instruments are set. Brake temperatures are a-okay. Takeoff data has been put in. We are good to go. Nav equipment and everything else a-alright. And I'm hustling down to the end here.
And Tower 2-2, we're airborne.
American 202, contact Indianapolis Center 119.55 center.
Copy over to center, 1955. See ya!
And Shadow 69, we'll get you out here in just 30 seconds.
Shadow 69, no worries. And set the park brake while we're here.
This is Tower 1881, ready to taxi.
Delta 1881, runway 36 right, taxi via Juliet, Tango.
Delta 1881, I believe requested Susan for departure.
Oh, that's my apologies. Runway 27, taxi via Juliet.
7 taxi via Juliet, Delta 1881, thank you.
Shadow 6, wind is 3007, RNAV Hags, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Hags, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff, Shadow 69. And here we go. We are set. I'm going to get out there. Looking to put into a, we need a 006 on the heading. Really? Take this on the roll. 006, what we're looking for on our heading. And we are there. 006. And get the power set. Really? There we go. Toga. Man, we are ready to roll. On the roll. Power stabilized. Takeoff power set. Airspeed coming alive. We will just fly the needles.
Delta 1881.
V1 and rotate coming up.
Delta 1881.
V1, rotate.
And we are slowly pulling back on the stick. A little bit of a crosswind there. Gear coming up.
Ready to climb.
Delta 1881, runway 27, or sorry, RNAV Bondley, runway 27, clear for takeoff, wind 3007.
RNAV Bondley, 2776 of Delta 1881.
Shadow 69, contact Indianapolis Center 119.55. Have a great rest of your week.
119er55, Shadow 69. Thanks for the help. Have a great night.
American 202, proceed direct dryer.
And flaps coming up.
American 202, Indy.
Center double toll myself back.
Delta 1227, nice timing, contact Atlanta Center on 132.97.
We're good to go there. You can come off.
132, 907 for double toll myself. You have one.
American 202, Indy Center, time now 0241, radar contact lost.
Uh-oh. Indy Center, Shadow 69 climbing through 5,000 for 6.
Shadow 69er, Indy Center radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 370, direct dryer.
370, direct dryer, Shadow 69.
Indy Center, Endeavor 1995, flight level 260.
Endeavor 1995, Indy Center, hello, cross Darby at 11000, the Louisville, correction, Lexington altimeter, 3012.
3012 across Darby at 11000 for Endeavor 1995.
Josh, you up and running or?
2037.
Delta 2037, go ahead.
He got radar contact lost.
Roger.
Dang, nabbit. Tony, you still on?
Indy Center, Delta 1881, climbing 3.2 for 6.
Delta 1881, Indy Center radar contact, turn left direct, capture it.
Oh, looks like I'm the only one on this.
Turn left direct, capture it, climb maintain, climb 370. Delta
You gonna call it a night, or you gonna try and spawn in somewhere? All right, well, I'll continue on. We'll see what Tony gets up to. Thanks for, sorry it took so long to get off the ground. We'll try, I'm gonna try fly JFK to, let's see if I could see that. Tomorrow I'm gonna be going, try JFK to somewhere. Josh, apologies, man. Sorry that took so long, and sorry you crashed. That sucks. Copy that. All right, pal. See ya. Well, with that, looks like I'm the only one flying here, folks. Appreciate you joining me. I'm having a good old time. Gonna do the auto brake. Get that set. Get these down. We are in our after takeoff positive rate of climb. Gear up, auto brake off. Engine start, switches set. Gear lever to the off position. Flaps are raised. Autopilot is engaged. VNAV, LNAV are set. Runway turn off lights are out as required. And cabin lights are good. So, yeah. Sweet. As we climb, I'm going to check something.
We're back.
Delta 2037, roger that. Guy with 2015, descend via the Gibbs 3 arrival. The Indy altimeter 3014.
Okay, descend via the Gibbs 3 arrival, altimeter 3014, Skyway 2015.
Getting ready to climb through 18,000 feet. That's when we hit the standard atmosphere. And we're good to go. So, all right, we can let everybody go. There we go. Flight attendants, cabin crew are aware. And we are chugging right along. Center fuel pumps are out. Anti-ice, don't need those just now. Climbing over northern Kentucky now, I think.
Actually,
so.
Correction, no. I'm going to fix that. American 172, expect runway 35 left.
It's 35 left, American 173.
All right. Once again, folks, I appreciate you joining me. If you like this kind of flying, hit that subscribe and notification bell. That way you know when I hop on. I always appreciate Frank being on here, keeping me entertained, asking me questions. School is Cool 3 plays. If you have any questions, let me know. Tonight's flight is just over about an hour. Sorry it took me so long to get to that. Hour and 40 minutes. So we should have air traffic control that whole time. And now that we're at 18,000 feet, we can do that, and we can go through our checks. Y'all damper settled. You're good. Everything else, we don't have any unwanted lights. Cabin altitude is climbing is being stable as programmed. What's good. We can adjust our distance there. 20, 40. There we go. We are on our way up to flight level 370, set on both altitudes. And we're good to go, folks. And Frank, when you're talking 5 p.m., what time zone are you in? I'm Mountain, so depending on where you're at, we will be, yeah, whatever time you want. Tell me the 5 p.m. time zone, and we could maybe make that happen for you. So runway 27 at Boston is what we had planned. Now we can go to the airports, kind of look at that. So airport, weather, and let's see what their ATIS is. Real world, VATSIM ATIS for Boston. Boston Logos information, Gulf. Light snow, overcast, 2,000 feet. Temperature -1, dew point -6, altimeter 2981. So we can get that set since we're here. (2981). That'll change, but not a whole lot by the time we get there. ILS runway 22 left approach in use, so we can probably get that in there. So let's go here, approach, arrival, JFund 2, ILS 22 left, and let's see how that would. Copy, Frank. I will post. Oh, what do we got there? Oh, unable 280 knots at seats. Copy. All right, let's go look at ILS 22 left in Boston. So we're going to change that. Runway 22 left.
Delta 1881, do me a favor.
Add to route.
Climb. Best rate of climb, please. Flight level 310.
Expedite 310, Delta 1881.
And Adams, ILS 22 left. Noli, where's Noli? ILS runway 22 left, Noli. I'll set that one up. And we can execute that route, and we're good to go. If we go to look at our legs.
Delta 6716. Looking for you for a little while. Center maintain level 240 for me.
258. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so Frank's saying I choose the time. All right. Yeah, no, Frank, we will make it happen at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. We will do JFK to Toronto, and I will look at that flight time. I'll get that sort of roughed in here in just a little bit. I do believe that might actually just be about 2 hours, so. And now if we go back over here, airports, information, weather, All right, ILS runway 22 left approach in use. Departing runway 22 right. Reback all hold short instructions. Assigned altitudes. Numerous cranes in Boston area vicinity. Logan Airport. Advise you have information. Golf. We have golf, so we're good to go.
Alright, Badger, climb to level 280, that was 1881. And after that, are we still climbing to 370?
Hey, firm, just give me best rate through flight level 280 and then normal.
Thanks, Frank.
We're doing best rate to 280, 1881.
And go on to our next checklist. We are doing pretty good. Cruise and descent prep, engine instruments, monitor, fuel quantity. We're doing all right. Lights are set. Center fuel pumps are out. 40 miles before top of descent. We are good to go. I can go ahead. Top of climbs coming up. So I can do this and also look at our VAT map.
I will expect 35 right, Denver 1985.
Tony, how you doing, man? Huh? I'm good. I'm chugging along. Let's see where am I. I'm over Columbus now.
Indy altimeter 3014.
No worries. Did you get it up and running? Excellent. Oh, did you? Why is that? What'd you do? What? Yeah, so Josh apparently crashed. His sim crashed, so he's like, man, I'm tired. I've been flying all day. I'm going to call it. Yep. I was like, hey, I got people watching my stream. I got to run. I got to keep this one going. Nah. And cruising altitude today is 370. You can see that right here, 370. And if we're intermittent on our altitudes, you can see that'll be up here. You set cruise altitude up there.
Delta 757, as much as I hate to do this to you, Chicago Center is working on closing, so no further ATC is presently available. Frequency change is approved. See you later.
Frequency change approved. See you later, Delta 757.
Delta 1881, appreciate all the help, thanks.
Sorry, 1881.
Southwest 6716, cross Darby at 1000, the Lexington altimeter 3012.
Let's see if the air traffic control is all the way up to Boston. Yeah, it looks like we should have Boston all the way. Nice.
And the wind up here is horrendous.
United 1535, Indy Center, welcome and noted.
Also, school is cool. If you look right here on in the purple or magenta, that'll be flight level set. So that's this number just right in front of me, so I don't have to keep looking over here. This number is not necessarily indicated anywhere else besides right there. That's just your pressurization panel. So it's just kind of a little shortcut to look around.
Cross Pegasus at 4000.
Pegasus at 4000, Denver 1985. Indy Center, American 2105, descend to 3125.
American 2105, Indy Center, hello. Descend via the Loop 2, the Indy altimeter 3014.
Roger, descend via the 2 right.
So we should have, let's see, let's go to our progress page. So it looks like we will be landing at Boston at 0012 Zulu. So that gives us about an hour and 18 minutes before we land, so hour and 16, 0012.
Delta 2037. Set maintains level 24, or correction, 280.
Delta 2037, this one maintains 280.
Indy Center, good evening. Frontier Flight 90, passing through 4,000.
Frontier Flight 90, Indy Center radar contact.
Take your time, school. Appreciate it.
280, that's your final today.
Up to 280 for Frontier Flight 90.
Reliable 1755, contact the approach control now on frequency 124.95.
124.95, 7658.
Indianapolis Center, Alphabet 71, is at 430.
So we can come back over here. Look at this. So we should have pretty reasonable arrival into Boston.
Hello.
Taxi back in Boston is going to be brutal, but we are set.
Hopperjet 71, cross Rosewood at level 340.
Rosewood 340, Hopperjet 71.
So we are now
Shadow 69er leaving my airspace in the northeast. Cleveland offline. Frequency change group. We'll see ya.
22.8. Appreciate the help. Have a great night. Sorry, Shadow 69.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I forgot to include my call sign. Shadow 69 22.8. Appreciate the help.
No worries. We'll see ya.
There we go. Let's go back, look at our little map there, see what it says. Says we should have, I guess we're out of everybody. Buffalo, Chicago, Indy Center, Memphis, Chicago, and that's it. All right, back to VADSIM. And we are just about 1,500 feet away from the top of our climb, established at our flight level 370, cruising altitude. And looks like we're chugging right along. We should have a nice little tailwind once we make this turn. We'll see what we do and how that affects our arrival time. As you can see right here, it says we have 579 miles to go. Should be arriving into Boston at 0012 Zulu. That is currently reading 2257 Zulu. So if we add the 3 to that, it'd be about quarter after midnight Zulu. I am set back about 4 hours. Tony, I can. Can you hear me? So they have a new ATIS. I'm doing the J-Fund 2 to ILS runway 22 left from Noli. You're welcome. All right. Frank, you've been doing the window washing for a couple of days now. You're already unhappy with it? My ground speed right now is 489 knots. True airspeed registering 444. We are still showing, well, we just made up 1 minute. We haven't even started our turn to take advantage of the tailwind. So We are coming up on flight level 370. We're slowly leveling out. We're about 500 feet per minute. I've got nobody right now, and I just left Indianapolis Center. They told me 22.8, so I'm over there. All right, we have leveled out, flight level 370. We are set. If we go to our arrival, the J Fund. Dun, dun, dun. Let's look at that one. J Fund 2, kind of a fun arrival. We'll be coming in from Punked. So if we go in here and look at that. 105, 114. They've got a bunch of altitudes for us. Seats, they want us 280, flight level 210. We're not able to go that fast, so flight level 210, all the way down, and we will be autumn, winter, I think. Let's go ahead and take a look at our legs. Let's turn these up so we don't lose them. So then, legs page, Punked, Stoli, Minsta, Seats, Double, Base, J Fund. Based, J Fund. Oh, what are we looking at? Based, J Fund. There's J Fund right there. And then we go on to Autumn, Winter, Harris. So Autumn, Winter, Harris. Then we'll make the left turn. Go up to Islay, Linwood. So Islay, Linwood. Vectors, Newly, Wayne, Vocus, runway 22 left. That'll get us all set up. So we can do this. If you're not aware of this, this is a fun one to have. So if you click on the runway, then you go to your fix page, put that in, then your fix rings that we're going to put in here will be based off of your runway, a little more accurate. So /10, /5. And you could actually do, let's see, if we bring up that runway, that ILS course, it is 215 degrees. So if we went 215 at, let's make it 20. When we get there a little closer, when we're within 20, we'll see the extended runway center line out to 20 miles. Should see a waypoint out there. Then you'll see the range rings based on these. So 110.3 for the ILS runway 22 left. And our course there will be 215. We can see all that without looking in there. Just go to the init ref page and you'll see your ILS frequency 110.3. The course for the runway is 215, or actually the ILS will be course heading of 215. So we can go ahead and put 215 in here for us. We're set there. And wow, look at that little sunset out there. Looking pretty good. Now we're going to take advantage of the old tailwind. So, yeah, remember we were doing 444 for true airspeed. That's dropped off. We can look out over there. There we go. And our ground speed's picked up considerably. We've got about 112 knot tailwind. Glad we're going this way, not the other direction. And if we zoom in here, should see us right there. Getting ready to fly over Cleveland. Tony, I've got a nice sunset right here over Cleveland. You up and flying yet? All right. Once again, I want to thank you guys for joining me on the stream. If you like this thing, this sort of flying, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. That way you know when I hop into the flight deck. And, yeah. Just happy to have you here. Appreciate you being here. Got school is cool. Got Frank chilling out with me. Yeah, thanks for joining me, folks. Yeah, thanks, Frank. I appreciate that, man. Alright. So, let's see. We can go back over. We can set 30-degree flaps. 142, that's now in there. VREF 142. Plus 5 knots, so 147. Going to our progress page. Yeah, looks like we're still 499 miles out. Well, midnight 11. Copy that. Where you at? You down in Cleveland? Okay. I know. I got nothing. Duncan just showed up on my stream, just checking in on Frank and Rachel. But better say hi to Charlie. What a shift at work. One to remember. Duncan, Tony's having trouble here, so I hope you're doing all right, man. Hope it was a... I know those long shifts can really get to you. Tony, did you hear that? Duncan, man, take it easy. Enjoy the ride. Josh was on for a minute asking about you, and then Tony couldn't get his sim started. He's now getting started back in Cincinnati. He'll be en route here momentarily. Yeah, that's what he's saying. He actually uninstalled the Dune content and then he was able to get it started now. So, so you did? You did? So you crashed again? Man, so Duncan's up over there. I don't know if you heard me say that. No, he's up on YouTube chatting away. Yeah, he said he had the Dune thing gave him grief too. Yeah, no, that's what I went through last week, remember? Or 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So I'm chugging along. You can enjoy. I mean, shoot, if you wanted to hit a Buffalo or make sure you're on DirectX 11, not 12. Make sure they didn't force you into that. Duncan, he's probably having the same type of day on his sim as you've apparently had at work. A-Firm, can you hear me? Duncan, can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you hear me? So Duncan, if you're watching the stream, we can hear you. Apparently you may not be able to hear us. Tony, that's terrible. It sucks when that happens, man. I mean, you want me to like divert into Buffalo or something? Yeah. Huh? Ah, okay. Not gonna mess with anything on my EFB for now. Nope. Duncan, we could hear you. We just, I don't think you could hear us. But yeah, go ahead and text Bravo737 on Facebook Messenger. He's still hanging around. He's just watching the stream. And Tony, Duncan might be hitting you up on Messenger. Tony might be hitting you up on Messenger. Okay, sorry. That was. How'd you like it? Yeah. Does Cindy, does the missus enjoy flying or traveling or no? Yep. Done anything in a while? Yeah. So far, so good. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was good. That Trip 300 ER, it's pretty automatic. It recognized it, and I didn't have to do a whole lot of standing on the rudder. So after a second, it's like, okay, we're gonna keep it this way for you. You just keep on flying. No, so that's part of the unusual attitudes training they give you. So they try and get you looking around the cockpit, and then they just automatically set the sim to a odd. They've got a bunch of presets, and it does, like, as soon as they hit enter, the whole sim moves so that you're in that situation and you've got to get yourself out of it. Yep. Yeah, it makes me want to do a motion sim for VR and everything, because I mean, there is so much feedback you get from the actual motion of the aircraft, whether it's driving over cracks or getting a little light in the seat because you just hit a downdraft or something like that. Even on a big plane like a 777. Yep. Yeah, they're not little motors. So the whole platform, the whole thing, the whole flight deck and everything moves. So it's on, I want to say I saw essentially six dump truck pneumatic rams connected to the floor at various angles to give you the full motion. I'll have Andy, I don't know if we can see any of the rams, but I'll have Andy, see if Andy has any that I can send over to you, but pictures of the actual sim. It's the United Simulator Training Center, and it's not a hangar. I mean, it would look just like a any other sort of office building, but each of the sims, they kind of have to connect directly to the ground, just simply for the forces involved in the hydraulics and weight that they're supporting. So, but they're easy 2.5 to 3 stories tall, and each one of the simulators, you walk across a little bridge, and once you get in there, get the door closed, the bridge retracts, so it's kind of free floating. And then the simulator itself is probably, if you were to put 2, say, Ryder box truck moving trucks next to each other, it would be that big. So they probably have about 60 in the facility, like in the various buildings. So everything from 777s to 737s, Airbus 350s, 787s. So maybe 60. Yeah. Yep, you'll see it. It's, if you look for the McAuliffe School, and then like literally right across the street, you'll see United Flight Training. It should be on Quebec.
Southwest 3997 Alpha Echo Golf November departing.
Yeah. Take your time.
Delta 5900 connect Boston approach 133.0.
33 nothing, Delta 5900, thanks for.
Dashboard 2939 connect Boston approach 133.0.
133.0 to dashboard 2939.
Delta 23 descend at Palace discretion, maintain level 240.
Palace discretion 240, Delta 23.
Moxie 501 Boston Center. Clipper 3040 connect Boston approach 133.0.
1330, Clipper 3040.
MX5 or MSI 501 with you at flight level 270.
Moxie 501 Boston Center, cross Deer Park, data maintain level 190.
Descend flight level 190, MX 501.
No, cross Deer Park, data maintain level 190, Moxie 501.
And Boston Center, JetBlue 1431, are you trying to contact me?
Yes, I've been for the past 10 minutes. JetBlue 1431 Boston Center, Bradley, altimeter 2977.
Bradley, I'll send you
JetBlue 1282, connect Boston, approach 133.0.
What's your trip for JetBlue 1282?
Did you say descend DPK and then, or go to DPK then descend to 190?
Negative, Moxie 501, at your top of descent, descend so that you reach flight level 190 by departure.
Oh, 10-4.
I don't know that he understood what was being said there. All right, so looking like we are probably
330, Pelican 341 Heavy.
just a couple hundred miles away from popping into Boston Center's range. Whether they stay on or not, well, hope so. Should be pretty nice to have them. So the waypoint will be after MEMS, but before locks. So we are right now. Looks like
Go ahead. Yeah, what are you showing us by ground speed?
looks like we're about 60 miles away from MEMS, so we're probably about 80 miles away from
show you at,
switching over to
270
Boston.
knots over the ground.
Thank you.
So let's see, where will we be by then? Homer. Tie rod, MEMS. Let's see, we should be able to turn on our light here. Come here, little fella. There's our compass floating around in Nowhereville. .7, that's what we got on. We've been listening. They'll pass us off to center or approach 133.0. So let's see if we brought up we can bring up the map, see how it looks. It's pretty bright, so we might turn off the map. Go back into there, nice and dark. Beautiful night. And also if we go look at our arrival, we're set up for the 2-2 left arrival. Our intercept altitude will be 1,700 feet. So we can plan on that. And then once we start our top of descent, let's see, we are close to that. So 2346, so we're about 17 minutes away from that. We'll be at our top of descent. And we will be 146 nautical miles to that point. That should get us down to Vocus, 1,700 feet. Based on our arrival and our approach.
And
We are in the
Delta
J-Fund 2.
2121. Still working through a problem here, but I've lost instrumentation, and we're going to climb up to 4,000, see if we can get out of the terrain in the hole.
Delta 2121, climb, maintain 4,000.
We're down to 21, I think.
Moxie 501, cross Madison, at and maintain 1000, Bradley, altimeter 2977.
The cross MAD at 11,000, MX 501.
Affirm.
Center, good day, November 201 Lima Oscar, 14,000.
201 Lima Oscar, Boston Center, climb, maintain level 220.
220 Lima Oscar.
There we go.
As I said earlier, Boston Delta 2121, we're establishing the hold at 4,000, fuel's 8.5.
And Arcade Mac, looks like we have Boston Center and approach online. I had Cincinnati Tower, Indianapolis Center. Spent the last 10 minutes with nobody. I'm going to go, just waiting for Boston Center to ping me. I am getting close to their airspace. Let's see. So there's their airspace line.
Air Royal 915.
Thank you, Air Royal 915.
Loxie, somewhere right between MEMS and Loxie. So somewhere right in here, I should get a ping. I'll double check that now. So yeah, and it does look like they're holding on in Boston, at least approach. I'm expecting the 22 left, ILS 22 left off the J-Fund 2 arrival. Just waiting for that scary beep, beep, beep. Find out who they want me to contact.
Go ahead.
We got to start heading over to JFK. We're also going to need a heading. We're still trying to work through the problem, but I'm going to try to see if you can at least point in that direction and maybe 10,000 altitude.
Delta 2121, Roger. Flighting 270, climb and maintain 10,000.
270-10,000.
Yeah, when you're not thinking about it, you're like just having a good old time flying, having that VATSIM beep 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 come through. Just really,
trying to figure that one out.
You're like, gosh darn it. Okay, here we go. Gonna be fun. So, but we are chucking right along. We're doing 526 knots. True airspeed 447, but that's our ground speed 526 to 525. So we're making a little time. So now in about 12 miles is what I would expect to. So we'll make it 14 miles. Should expect to hear the beep beep beep. So keep your ears tuned.
Delta 23, descend via J-Fund 2 arrival, runway 22 left, Boston, altimeter 2979.
29er, 79er.
Boston Center, American 683 at 14,000.
American 683, Boston Center, climb maintain level 360.
You're on the ground in Philly?
American 683.
You're on the ground in Philly, Tony? Tony, I'm just waiting for beeps now. There they are. Boston Center, Shadow 69, flight level 370.
Shadow 69, Boston Center, radar contact 60 miles northwest of Hancock.
Shadow 69, thanks. There we go.
Welcome. Boston Center, good evening, Walker 1108 14,000.
And now I gotta go read, make sure that that's what he wanted.
Maintain level 300.
300, Walker 1108.
347. Let's see, 347, we're good. And then I have 33.0 for approach.
1, turn right heading 280.
Right turn 280, Delta 21, still working through it.
All right, let's go back over. Let's pull our checklist up. Descent, de-ice is good. Landing altitude. Tony, are you hearing me just yabber over here? I'll turn it off. There we go. We'll go auto brakes 2. Radio altimeter barometrics set. Auto brake is set. Passing transition altitude 18,000 feet. We'll go to local. Below 10,000 feet, we'll make sure we're doing 250 or less. Landing lights can come on. Seatbelts can come on. We're good. We are nowhere near our top of descent just yet. We still have ourselves about another 7 minutes. 46. So, yeah, 9 minutes.
Go 2121, flighting 300.
Right turn 300, Delta 2121.
So Duncan, school is cool, and my boy Frank getting ready to start our descent into Boston.
5 24 approach descend and maintain 5,000 feet, MX Final 1.
And let's go ahead. We are in airports. We can go back. Oh, we want information. We can go back to weather and VATSIM. Let's go to real world. And then VATSIM is reading Boston Logan Airport ATIS information kilo.
About 2121.
250 to 11, 5 statute miles, snow.
So I'm still working through it, but
few broken, overcast,
maybe
minus 2, minus 3.
Just to get my
29er,
fuel back,
79er, already got that in. ILS
it's
runway
there
22 left, approach
and,
in use, departing
I
runway
cannot
22
get
right.
accurate air.
Read back all, hold short
lateral navigation
instructions
should be
and
okay,
assigned
but,
altitude.
I'm still trying to regain some of that stuff.
So, looking at our arrival, we will land on runway 22 left, right here. We'll expect to exit there at Charlie. And
Boston, Air Royal 915, holding short 9 ready, or
so maybe hit Charlie, maybe exit at Papa, Echo. Let's see if they've got any standard taxi routes.
Runway heading 19, clear for takeoff, Air Royal 195, or yeah, 915.
Delta 2121, turn left heading 180.
Left 180, Delta 2121.
Let's see what their low-vis taxi routes look like.
Below sign level, same engine.
Just double check for Delta 2120 heading 180.
Delta 2121, firm left heading 180.
Roger.
Wonder if those would be in ref taxi routes. No.
JetBlue 1431, altitude indicates 2,000 feet below assigned left level. Stay in tension.
We just started a little bit of a descent recording.
Okay, well, you need to tell me that before you do that. JetBlue 1431, cross Daisy, at and maintain 8,000, Stewart altimeter 2974.
Repeat that for JetBlue 1431, sorry.
JetBlue 1431, you can't just descend on your own on an IFR flight plan. Cross Daisy, at and maintain 8,000, Stewart altimeter 2974.
With information kilo, we'll let them know we have that. We're coming up on our top of descent, about 50 miles. And we can go ahead and let the flight crew know. There we go.
November 201 Lima Oscar, advise to have the weathered and NOTAMs at Rutland when able safe approach request.
Everyone, they mask. We got the weather. We don't have the NOTAMs. We are going to take the Pilot Zulu 19er at copy.
No, 201 Lima Oscar, proceed at copy. Expect that.
We'll expect that copy at this point. 1 Lima Oscar.
Right now we're holding 370, have our top of descent coming up until they tell us to descend.
1000 Burlington, altimeter 2965.
Altimeter 2965, send up out, discretion 1000, 201 Lima Oscar.
Boston Center, Sprint 981 to with you at flight level 310.
District 981 Boston Center, radar contact.
School, welcome
40
back.
miles south of Syracuse.
Hope the shower was nice.
Royal 915 radar contact, altitude leaving.
Royal 915 passing 3000.
Royal 915, proceed direct Galwa, climb maintain level 230.
Direct Galwa up to 230, Air Royal 9.
Attention all aircraft, Boston Center will be closed in 15 minutes. Moxie 501, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend and maintain 3000.
And Duncan, I don't know if you heard that, but it looks like Boston Center's closing in 15 minutes, of course.
Moxie 501, would you like the visual of the runway 33?
Negative, I'd like ILS. Or, can I just stay with runway 24?
That's fine, just operate it closer to closest. You can expect that.
Yeah, school.
Right,
Dark
thanks.
landing into Boston. Expecting runway 22 left because of the snow.
21 flighting 200.
Pretty good flight so far.
200,
Knockwood. Appreciate you being here.
Leave my airspace, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
So when we get within 20, I'd expect them to possibly give me the ability to descend via the J Fund to arrival.
296 Boston Center. Radar contact over Geneseo. Climb maintain level 390.
390, FedEx 296.
FedEx 296, actually squawk 0077.
Wolverine Cycle 0077, FedEx 296.
I want 24 Mike Charlie, leave my airspace, Montreal Center is offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved for Mike Charlie, good night.
Yeah.
Good evening, Boston Center, Star Fox 64, flight level 281, climbing 350.
Star Fox 64, Boston Center, squawk 0574.
0574 in the Boxer, Star Fox 64.
Moxie 501, turn 30 degrees left.
Turning 30 degrees left, Moxie 501.
W1431, leave my airspace, New York approach for LaGuardia is offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
I know, Duncan, if you can check and see if Boston approach is going to stay on or if they've already
Shadow
gone.
69, descend at Palace discretion, maintain level 240.
Pilot's discretion, 240, Shadow 69.
Starfox 64, radar contact 60 miles east of Geneseo, climb maintain flight level 350.
Climb maintain flight level 350, Starfox 64.
There we go, 240. We can go ahead and start our descent now.
November 201 Lima Oscar, cross copy, outer above 5,700, cleared ILS, runway 19 approaching to Rutland Airport.
Decent, okay, can cross copy at above 5,700, cleared ILS 19 approach, November 201 Lima Oscar.
Hey, boss, Delta 2121.
Go ahead, Delta 2121.
Hey, we've got everything back. Everything was frozen over for us, so that's a severe icing. And we can take routing into JFK.
Delta 2121, clear to New York Kennedy Airport via direct Parch. That's Papa Alpha Romeo Charlie Hotel to join the Parch 3 arrival in the Kennedy.
Direct to Parch 3 into Kennedy, Delta 2121.
Delta 2021, is that correct?
So with that, we'll be looking at some of these over here.
FedEx 295 with
Some of these, wing anti-ice, engine anti-ice, everything else is set.
Center, squawk 5521.
Say again, Tony? I am just now starting my descent over Albany. Copy that. You going into Boston? Copy.
Air Canada 768, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain level 240.
Descend, pilot's discretion, maintain 240, Air Canada 768.
So we'll bring up our approach.
Descend via JFund 2 arrival, runway 22 left, Boston, altimeter 2979er.
Shadow 69, J Fund 2, and I have the Kilo. Shadow 69.
Shadow 69, just verify, runway 22 left transition.
And my apologies, ILS runway 22 left, Shadow 69.
Thank you. Foxy 501, proceed direct Kibby, cross Kibby, outer above 3,000, cleared straight in, ILS runway 24 approach.
Cleared direct Kibby, cleared straight in for ILS 24 approach or landing.
Royal 915, climb, maintain level 400.
Maintain level 400, Air Royal 915.
Specs 295, radar contact 30 miles east of Geneseo, amend the altitude, maintain level 370.
Alright, so we are on our descent. We are on the arrival now. We're officially on the arrival, so
991, descend to maintain level 220.
We can bring that up.
220 for Sprint 91.
Specs 295, climb, maintain level 370, that'll be your final.
If they have approach, we should expect to see that somewhere around autumn, or shortly thereafter. Hopefully we might be the last ones that they have going on to approach. So an approach would be 33.0.
Was that for FedEx 296?
Negative. Air Canada 768, descend via JFund 2 arrival, runway 22 left, Boston altimeter 2979er.
Descend via the JFund 2 arrival on 22 left, altimeter 2979er, Air Canada 768.
Artesia 1 Lima Oscar, no traffic is over between you and the Rutland Airport. Before IFR cancellation on the ground or in the air, this frequency change to advisory frequency approved.
Flight to cancel IFR at this point, 1 Lima Oscar.
Artesia 1 Lima Oscar, IFR cancellation received, radar service terminated, squawk VFR frequency change approved.
Copy for your frequency change approved, 1 Lima Oscar, thank you.
Park 1108, cross Downey, out of maintain level 200.
Alright, I don't need the sim brief panel anymore, so we can turn that one off.
Walker 1108 cross.
Move this over here just a little bit.
200.
Dunny at 200, Walker 1108.
We'll move this down just a wee bit. Put it right there.
Walker 872, heavy on the ground at Albany, push. Walker 872, Boston Center, pushing reference pilot discretion, advise ready for taxi. Sure, attention, advise ready taxi for Walker 872.
Tony, you doing good?
Aircraft Boston Center, office engine. Moxie 501, wind 190 at 4, runway 24, clear to land.
So we should be about 20 minutes away from landing. He's given us 10 minutes, so might be our we might be his last aircraft. So we'll just sit back and enjoy it for a minute. Alright, so the noodles there should be about 30 seconds each, so that's where you'll be in 90 seconds.
Delta 2121 cross Calverton, out of maintain 250 knots, Long Island altimeter 297
Calverton at 12,000 and 250 knots, Delta 2121.
Shadow 69, connect Boston, approach 133.0.
33.0, appreciate the help. Have a good night.
Yeah.
All right, sounds like we're good going into Boston. Boston approach, Shadow 69 descending on the JFun 2 ILS runway 22 left with information kilo.
EPA 66, contact Boston Center 134.7.
34-789, you as well, Singapore.
Thanks. Shadow 69, Boston approach, Boston altimeter 2979, expect the ILS from 22 left approach.
Shadow 69, expect 22 left ILS, and I have Lima now as well.
Roger, yes, it is Lima.
All right, Frank, here we go. We're not on the approach. We have switched over to Boston approach radio. So we're out a little bit. I think center was ready to get off, and so he's turning everybody over a little bit early. We're on the JFun 2 arrival. So you'll see us way out here. We are not actually even at Ponk yet. So Minsta, when we see seats here, we're not going to be able to do 280, but seats is right here. And seats, we should, that's when we will pop up on here. We're pretty quick. I think we're pretty close. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, 13 after, so yeah, we're about 20 minutes away from touchdown.
Boston approach, good evening, Air Canada 758 on the way from arrival with information Lima.
Oh, we can. We are on our descent, de-icing. Let's,
Attention, aggressive frequency, Boston approach will be closing in 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Nice. Get us sequenced and then shut it down.
Singapore,
Tony, if you're listening, they're going to... Boston approach getting ready to close.
Frequency change approved, going to Unicom, Singapore 25. Thank you very much for the hospitality. Have a great evening.
Alright, with that, we're going to be on our own. We should be sequenced alright. I know I have Air Canada behind me, and I don't think I have anybody in front of me.
Boston approach, good evening, Air Canada 768 on the day to arrival with information Lima.
Air Canada 768, Boston approach, Boston altimeter 2979er, expect hours from which you left approach, but I'm going to be closing in a few minutes, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to get you in.
Boston altimeter 2979er, ILS 6 to left approach, Air Canada 768. Thank you.
School is school. This custom livery is from the guy I fly with, Bravo737. He makes them. He does a pretty good job at them. He's made a couple for me. Definitely worth the money spent. So, yeah, he's got a couple up there. I think he can actually, if you're flying the PMDG, he may have one of my older liveries up that you can fly around on. So. All right, look at that. We're at seats. We're slowing, and 21,000 we're supposed to be at there. We're good. We're falling through that one. 17,000 for double. I think I got to set up for 14 at base. Yeah, we know. And we continue our descent. How'd you do that? You didn't suck. Any flying's good as long as you're up flying, right? You're getting there. I'm fine. All good. I did notice that after dinner it wasn't pitch black outside, so I'm kind of happy about that. Days are getting longer. Yep. Well, your day should still be getting longer. It is. I think this was your qualification flight, so. Frank, did you run into a bird? Sorry. Frank, did you run into a bird? How far are you flying into Boston? You doing all right? You getting up to altitude, Tony? Copy. Copy. I'm just dropping below 18. Frank, did you have some icing? All right, coming up on J-Fund bases and J-Fund coming up. So we are doing A-OK. Remember we were talking about my... flying the Dark Star. So we are looking pretty good. We are on approach. We're going to go with some wing anti-ice and some engine anti-ice. Have those on as necessary. We should be good to go. And I am going to add some landing lights. So our visibility is not good here. Tony, looks like pretty good visibility, snow and yuck here, so. Tony? Tony? Copy. Got some good low vis coming in Boston. I think it's snow. So we are...
John, corrected frequency as of this time. Boston approach is now closed. No further agency services available. Monitor Unicom 122.8 and have a great night.
Shadow 69, appreciate the help, Boston. It's a nice thing about
Air Canada 768, I'm closing, radar service terminated.
Alright, I am on 22.8. Tony, can you hear me? Okay, I'll switch over. Alright, so we are on approach. We are slowing down. We are... Oh, there we go. Now we're getting some visibility. So we're below 13,000 feet. I did put some wing heat on and some engine, wing anti-ice and engine anti-ice on. Those are good. We are set, and we are good to go. Let's see if we could pull the floodlight on for you. There you go. Now you can see some things. Bump these up a little bit. And we're chugging right along. Below 10,000 feet. Got our lights on. Let's approach. Altimeter is set. Localizer frequency set. Localizer course. Approach armed. 3 green and down. Flaps 15. Speed brake armed. We are not there yet. We're still slowing. Second autopilot armed. Engine start switches continuous. Landing flaps set. We are not near that yet. We have yet to join the ILS. Runway 22 left. Boston traffic, Shadow 69 descending on the J-Fun to about 5 miles from Winta, ILS runway 22 left, Boston. This could be fun, and then vector, so I should be able to... So how far out is that vector? We'll take a look. Well, now we don't have to worry about it. Nice. Oh, and that is go around altitude 3,000. Cool. And 035. 22.8. We are good. You doing all right, Tony?
Alpha traffic Jazz 609, taxi 22 right, Kilo Bravo November.
Op 7, call the tower. Op 7, call the tower. Boss, what's going on, Beekeeper? Just getting ready to do my approach into Boston. Give me a minute here. Landing runway 22 left with the ILS, so. Air speed brakes have been armed. So for the vectors, we're going to go ahead and extend our downwind a little bit so we don't make an oblique angle turn there. We'll try and make it 90 degrees. Copy. Let me hit you up in just a minute, Joseph. Yeah, I'll shoot you a text. All right, Linwood, and we are on a heading of 035. We'll go ahead and heading select. And what we'll want to do is we'll want to bring Noli up to there. Execute that. As we cruise around the corner, steep descent after Linwood. We're currently holding on to about 6,000. We want to be 4,000 or thereabouts. We'll continue holding this heading. And drag required. Let's get this little feller slowed down and descending. Alright, drag set, armed. And now we can go ahead and re-engage LNAV, lateral navigation. That should get us heading over to Knoxley. And with that, we can add flaps. 1 to make sure they're moving. Down to 5, because we're inside 20. So once we get turned around, we should be descending nice and gray. Pretty invisible out here. Good thing we have our lights on. Landing. Go around altitudes 3,000 feet. Don't need to set that just yet. We're going to come around. We're going to arm the VOR. So we are going to be within 17 miles. See right there, we are 16. And once that gets picked up, then we can go ahead and hit the approach button once we do that. 3,000 feet is our go-around altitude. We're going down to 1,700. That's our intercept altitude. ILS localizer, runway 22 left. We're going to let everybody know where we're at. Boston traffic, Shadow 69, joining the ILS, runway 22 left, Boston. Where are you going, little fella? You need to go the other way. Direct Noli. Nope, not worried about it. There we go. We are joining the ILS localizer. Now we can arm the approach. We should be good. We are descending. We did hit that just a little bit early. Just got a little excited with all the fog up here. We are having a good old time. So, on our approach, we are, let's see. So, Boston traffic, shadow 69, 14 mile final, runway 22 left, Boston. So with that, we're going to go down to flaps 15. And once those are moving, we'll hit the gear down. Gear coming down, making sure everything's okay, temperature's okay. Appears we've got everything running. We do have engine and wing anti-ice on. I don't know that we need anything on the windows, but getting some strange shadows. I don't know if those are coming over on the stream or not. Slight quartering, right quartering headwind here. So we are coming up on 10 nautical miles. So let's bring down our scale. So we are at 10. There we go. Glide slope diamond is coming down. You'll see right here our localizer diamond is on. Glide slope diamond is coming down. We are armed on the approach. Once we intercept at 1,700 feet, that should turn pink, and we will continue down the glide slope. Feathers here are showing how many flaps we have. So we've got 15, 5, 10, 15, and we are good to go. Cruising in about 158 knots, 10 miles out. And there we have it. 10 mile final, 10 and a half miles. We'll do another call at 10. Nah, we'll do another one at 5 mile final. I do have some strange shadows. Say again, Tony. I am on a 10 mile final in the snow. Quit calling me Shirley. You ever watch movies about prison, Jimmy? Alright, folks, we are landing in Boston. A little bit of a snowstorm here. We're doing pretty good.
2,500.
There we go. Alright. 2,500. Altimeter's reading about 2,700. So we're... Copy. And we are picking up some ground action here. So I do see the city up there on the right-ish. I'm just looking for runway lights. I'm going to go ahead and let everybody know it's 7 mile final. And we'll bring it down to flaps 30. We are, bro, what is your problem there, man? We do have the glide slope captured, 1,700 feet, single channel, we're set. Auto throttle is working. We do have engine and wing ice, anti-ice on. You're good. Boston traffic, shadow 696 mile final, runway 22 left, Boston. And we have everything. Glide slope localizer are captured, 2,000 feet above the ground. Airspeed is set, and flaps are down, flaps 30, and our reference speed is set. Gear down, 3 green. Let's go to our checklist. Go around out. Oh, I can turn this one on. Thank you.
Taking off right 22 right, Highland 7 departure.
Auto thrust as required. After touchdown, we're good. All right, waiting to see Alice. You've got to stop. Oh, I set the wrong minimums. So those are not our minimums. Our minimums are 216. That's 216. 216 here in Boston. So we got a little bit. Got us scared there for a minute. Up. Don't brace. Come on, pal. 216. We're good. Not afraid of a little snow. At least this one I know there's snow on it. Boston traffic, Shadow 69, 3 mile final, runway 22 left, Boston. And
1,000.
missed approach altitude, 3,000 feet. We are set, and got 215. All right, got the runway in sight. My aircraft. Oh, come on. Got the runway in sight. We're good. A little bit of a right quartering tailwind or crosswind. We're fine. We're fine. Nothing to worry about. No one panic. No one brace. Coming in a little bit high, a little bit fast.
300. 200. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, a little crosswind there. There we go. That was not bad at all, folks. I don't know what you were scared of. Brace, brace. Silly rabbits. Alright. Blow 80 knots. Hit the brakes. Get off the runway. Boston traffic, Shadow 69, clear runway 22 left, holding short runway 22 right. See, nothing to worry about there, folks. Not that Mac landings are bad. That was a good landing. You land good, Duncan. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cross to... And there we go. We're going to get our APU started. And Boston traffic, Shadow 69, crossing runway 22 right at Echo, Boston. Not bad coming into the snowy Boston area. That was a good landing. I want to thank everybody for joining me. That was a good flight. Appreciate it. Thanks, Frank. I appreciate it. We'll get across here. We'll go over, see if we can find a good little park spot back in the corner there. And then we'll get her shut down. Again, I want to thank you guys for joining me on the flight. Cincinnati to Boston. Kind of snowy here in Boston, so I don't know that I want to leave out of here. Got to go through de-icing when we leave, so we'll just park it and go over to the hotel, have a couple beverages, and call it a night. So APU is firing up. We do have everything going. APU is on. Switch all the power over to that. Go ahead and turn off the wing and engine anti-ice now. Maybe. Wing, there's the other one. There we go. And we'll go over here, find a nice little parking spot, pull up to the jetway, call it a night. I want to thank everybody for coming to tonight's flight, joining me on the flight deck. Frank, School is Cool, Arcade Mac, Bravo737. I do appreciate you guys joining me for the flight. We'll go over and maybe hit this brightly lit jetway right here. What do you think? We can grab this one. Yeah, and School is Cool. You got to check it out in VR. If you do have Flight Simulator, you have a chance. Check it out. Yeah, check out VR. You really do feel like you're right here. So we can turn those off, and we are set. Got to look out the window. I think we're probably good right about here for a 737. Parking brake is engaged. We can go ahead and shut down engine 1 and engine 2. And let them know that we are done using that. Let's bring up our old init ref, and if we go to, what is it, menu? Menu. There it is. FS actions. Let's ask for the stairwell. Hit the chocks. Request external pit power. Jetway good. Thanks, Frank. Have a good night. I'll go ahead and post up a good time. I'll post up when I'm going to go ahead and do that flight from JFK to Toronto last night. I'll shoot for a 5 o'clock Mountain Time departure. So, all right. Looks like we got everything going. Thanks, Frank. I appreciate you being here, man. So, I got the jetway coming up to the aircraft. We are good. Chocks are set. People are getting off the airplane. I want to thank everyone for being here for me. With me on this flight. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. It was a good flying, everyone. I appreciate you. School is cool. Thanks for coming out. Arcade Mac. Oh. There we go. There we go. Arcade Mac, thanks for joining me on the flight. Same with Bravo737. I'm actually not on a mic. This is my headset mic for my Pimax Crystal. It's actually a pretty good microphone. It's got some pretty good hardware in it, this headset. So I may, unless you're saying I'm having a cruddy microphone night, then yeah, it's still in the Pimax. So, but I've liked the microphone. Don't have to worry about having something else sticking out there, banging my head on. So. Thanks, sir. How far out are you, Tony? Cool. Nice. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end my stream here, and then I'll keep an eye on you.
Heavy is over Harris. We're going to be setting up for the ILS 22 left, Lawson.